Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I have a tender spot in my heart for cripples, bastards, and broken things.
What about second breakfast?
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
This is a tasty burger.
And tell him to suit up. I'm bringing the party to you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Baroque Boy Media, and today we're going to be reviewing El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. My name is Christian and I have Devin with me as always. How are you doing on this fine Saturday?
Hello. Just woke up about an hour ago.
Ooh, an hour. I've been up since like 7. We're getting stuff done.
You're an early riser, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true. I went to bed at like 11 last night, which is actually really weird, but for whatever reason I couldn't sleep. So here I am. Got a lot done yesterday and this morning, so I'm just ready to talk about some Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, as I said before, we're going to be reviewing the El Camino Breaking Bad movie. And before we get started today, you can listen to this on YouTube. You can also listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can also listen to it on Stitcher. We're on Stitcher now, Devin, and Google Podcasts. Which is pretty cool. And Anchor, which is more our RSS main feed as well. So let's just dive right in. So Netflix gathered my attention this week. We didn't go to the movies. We stayed in and watched the movies. So let's read the.
So it's always a nice convenience
break
for us.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I don't really think this would have done well in theaters. I think Netflix or just any streaming service in general made more sense, especially since the entire series of Breaking Bad is on Netflix. So for those who haven't seen, quite possibly one of the best TV shows ever made, and has an actual really, really good ending. Very few TV shows nowadays do. They can check it out before the movie, before the movie hit. Hopefully you have, checked it out before, because we're going to be talking about a little bit of spoilers in this. But I'll just read the synopsis really quick. After escaping Jack and his gang, Jesse Pinkman goes on the run from the police and tries to escape his own inner turmoil. Directed by Vince Gilligan and written by Vince Gilligan. Was he the original writer for Breaking Bad, the show, or?
Yeah, he's the Grand Master.
Okay, that's what I thought. It felt, it honestly felt like this movie was, it's an epilogue in general. It didn't feel separate at all from the actual show. It's kind of like how with Downton Abbey, when the movie came out, it felt like they never left, and it just felt like more of a continuation of the show. But what were your initial thoughts when you first heard about them making a Breaking Bad movie? Did you think it was going to be good, bad, or just so-so?
Well, before we get into it, I just wanted to say a quick rest in peace to Robert Forster. He was actually in the El Camino movie. He passed away yesterday. Yesterday, I believe. Yeah, he was like the vacuum cleaner store guy.
Yeah, that's right.
He was actually he was really good in the movie. I felt like.
His final performance that we know of, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah,
he's been acting for a while now. He was in Jackie Brown way back when.
He was. Well, yes, our condolences go out to his family on his passing as well. So that is very sad, and that's really nice that you mentioned that, because I almost totally forgot. I just came back from the gym, so I'm kind of like pumped up. I'm just excited to talk about some Breaking Bad in general. But
he had a great movie to end it off on, though. Nice.
Absolutely.
End to his career.
It's kind of like with Heath Ledger's send off the Joker. That was his last performance, and they are no longer with us, and they will be truly missed. But on to a lighter subject. So what were your thoughts when you first heard that they were making a Breaking Bad movie for Netflix?
I had some mixed thoughts about it because, like you mentioned before, Breaking Bad is one of the few shows that actually had a really good ending. It's very hard to pull off endings for TV shows, and they actually did it. So I was kind of wary about it. But at the same time, they also have Better Call Saul going on, and that show is very good as well. So they've already proven that they can make continuations of the show already and be successful with that. So I was definitely excited the more I thought about it.
Yeah, because I've watched all of Breaking Bad, but the last time I saw it was when the final season aired, so it's been a while for me. But you know, a lot of things are starting to come back to me as I was watching them. You know, El Camino. I was like, oh yeah, you know that happened. This happened.
Yeah, that little rewind they showed before the movie was really helpful.
Yeah, it really, really was. That's what I liked about it. I was like, that's right. That's what happened. That's what happened. So
I kind of wish I could have rewatched it, but I just didn't really have time.
it's all right.
A lot of episodes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie. I was like, oh yeah, you know, it's only 2 hours. I'm like, yeah, the entire show. Yeah, I wish I would have
before the
rewatched
movie.
it too.
That would have been pretty cool. But
yeah,
oh well.
It's a very deep and heavy show. For those of you who haven't delved into it.
What are you doing?
Well, I know Dwayne over Cinemaniac, he's just starting Breaking Bad for the first time. So I was talking to he mentioned it on Twitter. I was like, oh bro, you haven't what? Like what? Like, all right, if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, if that's not your stick, I get it. Some people like it, some people don't. But Breaking Bad, woo, that's crazy, man. Great show.
It changed everything about how shows should be run. Like you got to end it early before things start to get bad.
Yeah, and don't drag it out too long, like you know, Walking Dead. But
yeah.
Well, anyway, I'll just give my quick thoughts really quick. I wasn't entirely sure what to think about the movie when it first came out. And I was like, you know, I thought it was a perfect ending. But you know, after watching it, I was like, yo, it's a very grounded show. It's not like over the top. It's very well thought out, and it exceeded my expectations. You know, we're always excited to see Jesse Pinkman up on his adventures, and you know, having that nice little Walter White flashback in there was pretty cool too.
I love how it just like brought you right back into the Breaking Bad world.
Yeah,
it's like you never left because
you know,
Vince
I've actually never watched.
So good at creating it.
Yeah, I've actually I started watching Better Call Saul, and then I kind of stopped. I don't know why I stopped. It wasn't that it wasn't good. It's just I always have like this tendency to like start a really good TV show, and then I get distracted by something else. I'm like, well, I'm almost done with this series. Let me finish this up, and then I have like all these other TV shows on the back burner. But
yeah, I need to get back into it as well. I think I watched the first season or two, but
oh, absolutely. And you know, Aaron Paul, you know, Mike, Badger, everyone, Skinny Pete, everyone's back at it, you know, within this, and they you know, the chemistry's there. It's great overall. I haven't heard a bad thing about it. I've always wanted an El Camino growing up, honestly, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what happened. I really had to think about what happened at the ending of Breaking Bad for a hot second. I was like, I probably should just watch a refresher video.
I really forgot how terrible of a person Todd was.
Yeah, I did too. I was like,
I love Jesse Plemons though. He's such a good actor.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was so funny sometimes.
So any
you want some soup?
Some good soup, man. So did you have before we get into, let's go into what didn't work for you for the movie overall, since we've, you know, praised it so much so far. Any criticisms?
There were a couple points where they were maybe going back and forth in time a little too often.
I kind of like that, but yeah, I
liked it in general, but sometimes it took away from what they were trying to say for a little bit.
Yeah, because for a while I was trying to remember. I was like, how did Jesse escape? And then I was like, oh yeah, I mean, I still have a few blank spots in my head, because like I said, it's been a while since I've even rewatched it. You know, since last time I saw the finale was the last and final time they aired it. So and I'm like, how did he escape again? And yeah, all that happened. I really like I think my favorite part was when he goes back into the old apartment to look for the money.
That was really, really intense.
Yeah,
it's like classic tense Breaking Bad scene.
So many twists. I was like, ugh. But yeah, the pacing. I felt like I didn't feel like 2 hours went past. In general, I felt like it was a lot shorter, and I don't know why. Maybe because I just watched it so early, and it wasn't like it it didn't feel like a chore to me either. So that's maybe why. I don't know. I thought the pacing was pretty good. I liked the transition scenes, between the past and the past and the future, or present, I should say, past and the present. But
I guess one other small complaint I would have is I kind of wish they did like a mini series instead, kind of like flesh it out a little bit more.
Yeah,
like maybe a 6-episode little season.
Well, because he kind of throws his parents off the scent, and we get it. He's trying to start a new life. He's up in Alaska. We're like, all right, the last frontier. We're like, all right, we get it. But it was kind of, he threw his parents, for a loop. Obviously, the cops never caught him, but I felt like he was in danger. But then, halfway through the movie, it was like he kind of snuck around pretty easily, overall. But yeah, it was. I wish he was in. I wish I would have felt like he was in more of a. Obviously, he was in a sticky situation, but I wish that was the case more throughout the entire, movie, instead of just I think it was for maybe the first hour and a half, and then it kind of just he gets away. We're like, cool. It was nice. Don't get me wrong, I didn't hate it any way, shape, or form. I wouldn't say it was unneeded, because I kind of liked the way that it ended, but yeah, I do agree with you. It should have been more of a mini series. It should have been a limited series, honestly. I do agree with that. Because, we've seen that with multiple, Maniac was a limited series, told the entire story, boom, done. Unbelievable mini series, boom, done. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
But the stuff I liked, I really loved everything with Skinny Pete and Badger. They're always pretty funny.
Man, Skinny Pete.
That was actually a really cool transition when they showed the video game on the TV as he was
driving. Yeah, I was like,
whoa, what happened to the graphics?
I was like, whoa, what are they doing here? I'm like, geez, this is some bad CGI. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, holy crap. Yeah, man. I had a great time with it overall. Did you want to get into scores really quick, or did you have anything else to say before we wrap up?
Yeah, you mentioned that apartment scene. That was really, really well done, because he's spending all this time searching for the money, and then when he finally finds it in the fridge, and then these dudes just show up and oh, come on.
Yeah, and then there weren't cops ever. They weren't even cops in the first place. I was like,
yeah, he was like, wait, you guys aren't cops.
Yeah, as soon as he grabbed the extension cord, I'm like, bro, where's your handcuffs?
Yeah.
That's when he found out. He's like, yeah, no, never mind. I'm like, wow.
And
hiding the money in the fridge, though.
And then I kind of like how they tied it all together by having the guy who came to get the money. He kind of was there during Jesse's imprisonment or engagement.
Yeah.
And was just kind of being a dick to him. So it all ties together.
Yeah. Very, very, not so nice ending for Walt, but a very nice ending for Jesse to start a new life. And
yeah, I'm sure Vince Gilligan was the whole time was kind of just I really wish I gave Jesse a better ending. And then he just.
Yeah. And it's there's not much else you can do. It shows Jesse on the run and him escaping, and kind of just starting over. And still in the US. But Alaska, yes.
Mike told him to go Alaska. He ended up in Alaska.
Yeah, man, oh man. But so, what would you give this? Did you want to do scores really quick?
Yeah.
What would you give this out of 100?
I'm thinking a solid 80.
Okay, what did I? Oh no, that was for Honey Boy. Wow, I'm getting my reviews mixed up. I would definitely have to agree. This is solid 80 all around. It was perfect for Netflix. I said before, if this was in theaters, I don't think it would have done as well. And putting on a streaming service where more viewers can, just who already have Netflix pop on, and all those Netflix reviewers who are leaving or who aren't subscribing to Disney Plus. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see. I'm like, bro, there's going to be a perfect trifecta of streaming services. And my theory is HBO Max, Netflix, and Disney Plus. Those are the three that I'm sticking with and going with. Apple TV, we'll see. I'll try it out, but
I'll be getting it for free, I believe, for a year.
Apple TV.
Yeah.
How?
That comes with every new iPhone.
Oh, does it really? Oh, wow, man, I missed the crib on that one. That's all right. But thank you for coming on, Devin, as well.
I also just want to say that cowboy like gun scene where they like did a little face off. That was so cool. He had those two boof ass guns, and the one tiny one was in his pocket.
It was a distraction.
It was so perfect.
That was pretty sweet. I did not expect that to happen. I'm like, Jesse, I don't
just
think...
right through his pocket.
Right. I was like, Jesse, I don't think you can whip that thing out in time. I'm like, what's going on? And then boom, right through his jacket. I was like, whew, that was crazy. Good stuff. Aaron Paul outdid himself again. Absolutely, definitely carried the weight of this movie, since it
also weirdly reminded me of Toy Story 4, because in the beginning we were like, oh, do we really need this? Toy Story 3 ended so well.
Yeah, that is true.
They just made a really good movie, and it was a nice send off for Woody,
and it wasn't like a forced thing for Jesse. Yeah, it wasn't like a forced thing either. Like if they had a story to tell, then they'll tell it. And they're like, okay, we can make this into a movie or like a limited series or what have you. And yeah, I definitely agree. It's not like they forced it. We're like, oh, we're gonna do, like, it's like, oh man, Toy Story 3 did so well. We're gonna do 4, 5, and 6. It's like, oh, we're gonna do like another trilogy. And it's like, no, it's been a while since Toy Story 3, and I felt like they had a story to tell, and they told it. Same with Breaking Bad. So that was a really good point. Absolutely. I'm glad they're not necessarily milking it. I mean, if they wanted to go farther on, they could. I mean, Downton Abbey was kind of the same way, where like there was the ending of the movie, but it definitely could have went on. I definitely felt like the same for Breaking Bad, and if they have something else they would like to tell, if they're not doing Better Call Saul, then so be it.
Yeah, I actually really want to see Vince Gilligan branch off, see what else he can do, because he's obviously very impressive.
Yeah, definitely want to see him do some new stuff. That'd be really cool. But let's just wrap up here. Thank you for coming on, Devin. As always, we'll we have another review coming up. Are we doing Little Monsters, or are we just gonna pass that train like Gemini Man?
I haven't watched it yet. I don't know how much buzz there is around it.
I haven't watched it yet either. We'll wait and see. But we got some movies. We got Double Tap coming out next week. Zombieland Double Tap. So that'll be cool. Overall. But as always, everyone, you can listen to this again on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, wow, and Stitcher. I almost said Google SoundCloud, and Anchor as well.
Wouldn't be surprised if they own SoundCloud.
Honestly, yeah, because like when I set up on Anchor, it was like, I set up the certain ones, the big like 4 or 5 that people normally listen to podcasts on. There are people who listen to podcasts on Anchor as well, obviously, but out of nowhere I got like these random emails. It was like, oh, it's on like on this Outbreak, Outcast, I don't know what it is. It's like 4 or 5 different random ones that Anchor just set us up with. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. So we'll see where it goes. And of course this will be on YouTube as probably just an audio version as well, because there's not a lot of stuff out there for it. But yeah, let's just end it there, and we'll see you guys later. We're gonna go I don't know, just enjoy our weekend, and we hope you do the same.
Peace.